technology doing it, and we have people doing it. All right. All right, so I'm thinking we're on the right track. So not only, first of all, you're going to have your own branded domain. That's important. If anybody's really into email, they made some big changes last year that if you're using some other service and then you alias it to the name of your business, the ISPs look to see what ISP that email is coming from, is registered to, and if it doesn't match the from address, they don't deliver it. You're not going to have that problem because you're going to have your own branded email, right? So it's going to be very, very good delivery. Not only can you use this as industrial strength email marketing system, right? So it's the same. You can send one, you can send 10,000, you can send 100,000, you can send 1 million pieces of email. System can handle all of that. But same system, remember, it's the cube, right? It looks like this. It looks simple, but it's deeper. But you can also send a single email in the same system. So now you don't have to jump around using Gmail for single emails and then your email marketing system for mass emails, all same thing, all one system. All right? We also have in your products, quite a few of your products actually. I'm trying to remember in my mind now what not to talk about. So, because they're getting me excited. I'm right, okay? All right, so, okay. So one thing that makes your products different because of who you are, the unique animal I talked about that you guys are, you guys understand content maybe better than anybody else I've ever seen on the planet. So your products will come to you with content already in your product. For example, we just talked about something as simple and common as email. If I talk too fast, let me know, because I'm from a small southern town, and you know we roll a little slow down there. I literally am from South Carolina. So, oh yeah? So if I want me to speed it up, I can do that too. So, so we have content built in. So how powerful would it be if you had this email system we just talked about that already had in the system when you opened it up sales letters already written that you could just send out? Oh, yeah. That thing? Yeah. What if, because I understand that you guys are marketers, or you might know some marketers, you might know some people that want to sell some stuff and make some money. So what if when you sent out an email marketing campaign, personal and singular, 10,000, 100,000, and somebody wanted to make a purchase, what if it was seamlessly integrated with merchant accounts like PayPal? Boom. Did I hear boom? Okay. So what does that mean? Somebody's sitting out there, well, what does that mean? Here's what it means. That means I send out, everybody know what autoresponders are? Okay, good. I'm speed it up then. Good. Wow, I love this crowd. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's what that means. So I send out an email campaign, right? In that email campaign is an offer. Somebody takes me up on my offer. They click on the button to buy that offer. That button takes them to make the payment for that offer. When they make the payment for that offer, PayPal realizes, oh, they made the payment for that offer. So they send us a little technology back, which tells our system that they just made that purchase. So our system now takes them out of the prospects list and moves them into the I bought it list. Huh? Okay. All right. Yeah. All right, we talked about sales letters already written. These are full HTML, customized emails. We have templates. We're going to ultimately have a library of templates. Everything is responsive. Everybody know what responsive means. It doesn't matter what they view it on. It's still going to look pretty, right? Phones, tablets, desktops. We've thought about the basics. I'm going to scroll through this a little bit faster. So I want to talk a little bit about autoresponders. So everybody understands autoresponders. I gave you an example of how they're used. We have everything that the leading market autoresponders. In fact, our autoresponder is like the so-called industry leading autoresponder married the second so-called leading responder and had little baby mutant autoresponders. That's what ours is, right? So our autoresponders, they're going to come with content in it. You can create as many as you want. Very easy to use. Here's an example of when we say, and you've heard it, this is built for people that are on the mission you're on, by people just like you. Here's a little thing that ours can do that I don't think you can be done anyplace else. So let's just say that this gentleman right here has he's targeted, people that like the garden or whatever, right? And he's got this autoresponder that's killing it. So other people in the room might know people that have that same interest. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to use an autoresponder that's really effective? Well, our autoresponder system allows the company to take any autoresponder series and share it with everybody inside of your individual autoresponder without you needing to upload, do anything on your own. When they do that, it's going to automatically connect it to the links that are unique to you. So you don't have to go in and change, copy, and add your own personal links. Everybody stand up with me? Okay. All right. All right. Hold on. Slow down. Oh. We getting there. All right, so what we're going to do, we're gonna be what we preach, right? We're gonna do it like this. This is how it's gonna roll out. We're gonna roll it out to you in phases. Some of you are gonna get it, really soon or early. We're gonna continually broaden the depth, right? But I'm gonna just expand a little bit on things that the same tool will allow you to do. Because let's talk about forms real quick. Forms, right? Forms. So our forms are like woofu on magical unicorn steroids, right? So not only are forms customizable and you can create them and make them look however you want, that's fairly common, but useful. But we have smart form technology, which means, remember, this is the same one system. That's what makes this exciting. So you can have a multi-select in your form, right? So you can have a form that says, hey, you watch this video. What are your goals? Drop down number 1, I want to be average. Drop down number 2, I want to do great things. Drop down number 3, I want to change the freaking world, right? So when somebody selects drop down number 1, it takes their name and moves them to the list called Want to Be Average, where you have the autoresponder series set up for those people. Probably a 1 letter that says move on, right? Drop down number 2 takes them to a different list. Drop down number 3 takes them to a different list. Everybody understand the power of that? Awesome. Very powerful.
I think we're going to go a little open.
And all of these things are one system, so behind all of this stuff I'm talking about is one consolidated reporting structure. Think about it. We report on the email, singular or group. We report on the form fills. We report on the delivery, the send, the opens. One product, one single effort. We'll include video. We talked about video a little bit. So video is going to be intimately integrated throughout the whole product. Fairly common, but not from a single platform like yours. Not when it's privately hosted inside of your system. Not because of that, we can do unique things like video heat mapping. Many of you may not know what that is yet. Here's video heat mapping. With this, okay, ask yourself those questions, right? What's in it for me? Time to impact, is this sexy? Here's a good example for this question. It's softball, but I'm gonna take it. So, would it be useful to you if in your sales letter, outbound campaign, reply, whatever, in your video, if you could look at a report, video's 2.5 minutes long. What if you could look and see a little graph that says, wow, in 45 seconds, 50% of your viewers stop watching. Would it be useful to you to go see what happens at that moment in time? Make a change? Video heat mapping, built in. So these are just some examples. I didn't even scratch the scratch. But
it's itching, Earl. It's itching.
But because I literally am, my promise to you was genuine, that excitement in the room, which is infectious, I get a little confused as to where the line is of what's coming, what's ready, what's not, what's secret. And to let you know, this is a long time coming. I mean, the products you're going to see first and talk about first, that's the tip of the iceberg. And when I say that, I don't mean like the rest of the stuff is on a design somewhere. The rest of the stuff is already built. It's just that we understand this. We understand that if we gave you everything, you would come out and you would have came, you'll go to the market with this square when everybody's trying to hear circle talk, and it's just going to be overwhelming. So what we're going to do is give it to you in the most logical, usable, impactful format that naturally expands into the other things. In fact, many of the things you're never going to really have to talk about, right? Because once you get somebody understanding the value of like an email campaign, and then you say, oh, why? What are you doing? So I'm trying to sell stuff. And then you say, oh, would you like to have the buy button in your email campaign and have that determine what comes next? Everybody, that's the pitch right there, right? You don't have to, they're going to be pulling for the sales close, pulling for the sales pitch, right? Everybody understand that? Okay, so just to understand how broad this is, we just talked about a little bit. I think my time is almost up, but here's what complete video communication, integrated and seamless, one system, done. If you did all of this, or you knew some people that were on a mission that had a passion that were trying to monetize their passion, would webinars be useful to them? Yeah? Well, since it's a time distance challenge and it's hard to get people to show up in the same place at the right time, would automated webinars be useful to them? Really? So now, if I agree with you, and I understand that this is just one big, giant, cool system, so the forms I used in my invitation to join my webinar could have the pay button to watch my webinar, do the commerce, and then change them to I paid for it. Watch that happen. And then that changed the autoresponder series that they now start to get over time. And 2 months from now, they said, wow, if you attended and liked that first conference, would you like to get the second conference? And then that sends them another one with a video in it, and when the video's watching it and you see that people they check out at 1 minute, you can go in and make a change, make it work, and make that change and get it out there. You see that working? Yeah? Okay. Then I will think that mission accomplished so far. So before I hand this over, first of all, thank you for your enthusiasm. I will tell the crowd. I will relay that to the crowd.
If you have somebody grab one.
So you guys, this is a unique, I'm loving this, man, because you guys are on a mission that's near and dear to my heart. This whole, pursue your passion, be authentic in your real self, find others that, be the example that makes somebody else brave enough to do the same. That is who I am. I love that, right? So I'm going to do something that's a little bit backwards. Because normally I'm in an audience somewhere, a sporting event, and the people of the event say, hey, if there are any veterans in the room, we want to raise your hand and thank you for your service. But I want to do the opposite. As a guy that's raised his hand twice for 2 different branches of the military, I want to thank you. I want to thank you. I want to thank you. You thank us for our service all the time, and we appreciate it, and it's meaningful, and it's more meaningful than you can imagine. But I want to thank you for actually being American, not just living in America. It's a difference. There's a huge difference between, freedom of speech means nothing if you don't have crap to say. It just doesn't. It doesn't. And the whole, right to, pursue happiness and liberty, these things don't mean anything if you're not playing that game. So as somebody who personally has raised my hand to defend what you are outside of this country, I want to thank you warriors for fighting it out as Americans inside of this country and making the whole thing worth it. Right?
Yeah.
I love that.
Come on.
All right. Now, thank you. No, that's for you. That's for you. You want to see the country fixed? Magnify this times 1,000 and all the economy issues go away. That's just my personal opinion. So here's what we're going to do. Next, we're going to have your truly inspiring leader come up and talk to you about how you can take this collateral cloud, how you can take this cube of tool sets, right, and go build a business around it, how it's going to tie to the compensation plan, how you're going to make money with it, how you're going to actually turn the philosophy that's aligned with your philosophy into a profitable venture. So I'm going to bring back up Mr. David Wood.
How's it going, folks? It's David Wood, and we are back. And guys, I'm getting a little bit of an echo, so if you could mute yourself out in the background. What we're going to do is we're going to take some questions here in a minute. But before we do that, what I actually want to do is I want to know who's excited about what they are, about the tools that we've showed you, who's excited about the model that we've showed you, who's excited about the plan that we've showed you, who wants to be in on the 21-day action plan. Right now we've done over $500,000 in orders in the affiliate pre-launch. If that gives you guys an idea how excited people are about the product and about the opportunity. People are extremely pumped up. Who thinks this is hot? Somebody says they got wood. I do too, but I have wood 24 hours a day. And so who in here is pumped up? Who in here is excited? And who in here thinks that what you just saw, who thinks you can sell that? That's actually what I want to know. Who thinks you could sell what you just saw, right? Who in here is excited not just to participate in this, but who in here is excited to use the tools that we just showed you? If you just type yes in the comments, if you're excited to use those tools, right? Guys, I'm just telling you something. This is the start of a massive movement of momentum. Okay, and you know we got people in the leadership, for example, Justin Brand, 55 hours a month, you know, because on our list, $450 a month to hold 1,000 people, right? So we've got tools we can sell in the marketplace, guys. We've got a system to build your business, and we've also got an ability that you have to make money outside the opportunity, which is actually something that I'm really excited about, because it's like the perfect opportunity presentation. And what do I mean by that? Well, let me talk about the framing of this message, because it's taken a little bit for some of you guys to get this. But who in here has gotten it, and now after you've seen that presentation, you're excited and you're going to click the button and lock in your spot for Project Titan so you don't lose commissions, and also you're going to lock in your spot for Project Titan so you get access to the product and you get access to the beta release, the pre-release of the tools. Who in here is going to lock in your spot and you're excited to get access to just the tools? Who in here you'd pay to get access to those tools? You'd pay over $1,000, right? You know, you guys are awesome. And what the cool thing that I've been watching in people is I've been watching people make real commitments. You know, I've been watching people go from kind of discouraged with their head hung low to saying, you know what, I'm just going to make a decision. I'm going to get started. You got it this afternoon. You got it already. Stephanie, you're locked in. Daniel, you're locked in. I can't even read all the people that have locked in their spot. You know, you locked in before watching the video, guys. You know, if you guys are more pumped up now that we've showed you the tools, tell us that you're more pumped up in the comments. And that's really what I want to know, is I want to know who's not just excited, but who is really just over the roof, and you realize that you really got your hands on something special, and who in here thinks that you're going to be able to take this and just sell it like crazy in the marketplace, right? I'll tell you guys, let me tell you guys when I knew that this idea was hot. It was actually before really anybody else knew about it, when we were still in the planning phases, and we'd been talking with people about development, right, of different parts of this project. We were talking about the development of the tools, the development of the coaching system, and also the comp plan, right? I'll tell you when I knew it was good. It's actually when I was doing a mastermind out in Costa Rica with Mars and Michelle, who worked for the company, right? And I'll tell you when I knew that this was good is when Michelle, who's one of our team members, right, internally, when she saw it and she was like, oh, I know this person who'd like that, and I know that person who'd like that. I know this person over here who does coaching. I know this person over there who's in this industry. When somebody not even involved in the opportunity heard about it, and they just started to get excited and think about all the people they know who could use the product, and all the people that they know who would like to make money in the opportunity, and all the people they know who would really get value from it, right? And I call my brother Aki, who's been in Empower since we launched, but just has not been excited in like years. You know what I mean? And I called him and I just told him about it. It was like a 3-minute conversation, and he was like, dude, I've not been excited about what we've been doing for like years. You know what I mean? And then he's like, I'm pumped up, right? And so my brother got excited, right? And then I hit up a guy on Facebook who was in Empower for like the first 5 months, right? And he hasn't been involved with us for like years, right? And he said, all right, give me the link. He logged in. He signed the NDA. He began to watch the presentation from Nashville. And about an hour later, he messaged me back and he said, all right, I've got my spot locked in. He'd had an inactive affiliate account for like 3 years. You know what I mean? And so all around the marketplace, the reception of this is hot and nobody knows about it yet. And this is really, really your chance to be first. So we've got 2 things here. And somebody just asked a good question, right? And what I want to do is I want to open it up to about 10 questions. We don't have time for more. And remember, you've only got an hour and 16 minutes left. And I want to encourage you guys to lock in your spot before you lose your position. And also, guys, I want to encourage you to get in so you can participate with us in the 21-day game plan. So I'm going to answer questions. Now, guys, I want to keep this limited to questions about building. If you ask me questions about, for example, the technology product, I did not develop it. I know a little bit about it, but I'm probably not going to be able to answer those questions. So we could do another Q&A sometime for people about the technology. But I want to keep this about Project Titan, about how we're going to build it, and about money stuff. You know, how do I make money? Stuff like that. And so that being said, Michelle or Tara, if you could filter through the questions and just ask us what people are asking in the chat. I actually want to answer people's questions. then we'll go ahead and get started. And so let's see, we got Aaron, is this a totally separate network side of Empower? Yes, right? But it's tied to Empower Network. Here's the thing that we figured out, right? And I want to be just straight with you guys because I think this would be of huge value to you. I love Empower Network and I love what we do at Empower, right? But I realize what Empower Network really is Empower Network is a company that teaches you how to build network marketing businesses and gives you the tools to be able to do that in one marketplace. Well, what we really want to do is we really want to help people make more money. So if we want to really build an empire, why not give you guys the ability to also build in a totally separate niche, all right? So Project Titan by itself is a completely new product brand, is what it is. Now, the genealogies are going to be tied to the Empower Network genealogies, obviously, so it's the same stuff there, right? And the incomes are feeding together for income qualifications and stuff like that. But it's a simple outside brand, an outside model, so you could literally go into the marketplace and you could say, this is something new. We wanted you to give you guys the ability to go out there with a new brand that's fresh in the marketplace so you can really capitalize on pre-launch. Because if I'm just launching a product to you and I just say this is another Empower Network coaching product, right, and I bring it out like that, it's going to be associated with the Empower Network opportunity. But this is actually a totally separate opportunity that's tied into what we do at Empower. So they're connected together. And we actually want to give you the ability to do that, to make money from additional niches, but also to go out with a fresh message and continue selling Empower Network too, right? Now, here's the thing. Here's the value of that. If we can expand what we do outside of a fixed niche, we can actually give you the ability to make so much more money, it's ridiculous, right? And I want you guys to think about that here for a second. If you go out there and you say, you talk about Project Titan, you talk about signing an NDA, you talk about a fresh new opportunity, your reception is just going to be off the chain. So that's one of the reasons why we've done that. And actually, the brand itself is not Project Titan. We are using the Project Titan code name to actually keep the real brand covered in secrecy. Okay, and so what we're actually going to do is when we release the Coaching Master Course in June, right, when the product is released to the general public, we will actually reveal to you guys the big brand name then. Because one of the things that we talked about in Nashville, if you guys have watched that presentation, is we talked about the expansion opportunities that this new brand allows us to have. And I'm telling you something, this is something not a lot of people know. That brand has been being worked on for 2 years, since around May or June of 2014. So this has been a long time in the making. And it's a big, 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 big picture, guys, and it's going to add to what we do. Because what's really going to make what we do take off is the ability to sell products completely outside of our space to a totally new audience. That's actually what we're going to show you guys how to do in our 21-day game plan. So if you're brand new, if you don't have an organization, if you've never done this before, tomorrow night, my goal is to give you a game plan that if you just literally follow the game plan, we can help you get into profit and make your money back in your first 24 to 72 hours. We want to give everybody, imagine this, if we could get all of you to get started, right, everybody who registers now, if we could go out in the next 24 to 72 hours, right, and as long as you lock your spot in the next hour and 12 minutes, right, if we could give you the ability to go out there in the market, or hour and 1 minute, I think, if we give you the ability to go out in the marketplace, guys, and to actually just make your money back like that, and then to go out there in the marketplace and make $5 grand your first month, what would that do for your story? What would that do to your marketing? What would that do to your ability to present yourself in the marketplace confidently? And I believe that this is what's going to happen, guys, because all these commission notifications are going to hit tomorrow, guys. We've had a huge amount of buy-in to this from the community. A whole bunch of people, they're saying, you know, how can I come up with the funds or whatever? And they're trying to figure out a way to lock in their spot. I'm telling you guys, this is urgent. And if you don't do it right now, you're going to miss out. So that being said, click the button and just join. What's the next question? Okay, so we got, okay. So Sierra Hawkins, she says, I really want to lock in my spot. What should I do if I don't have any money in my account to begin with? I want to be a part of this bad, right? Now this is, guys, this is a great question, isn't it? Because I realize that a lot of people are in the same place. And I'm no stranger to this kind of thing, okay? And tell me if this helps, okay? I'm going to give you guys like a little bit of backstory here. First thing I'm going to tell you is that I've been in the same position in the past, okay? I'm going to get some leaders here, and that's actually one of the reasons I brought Kevin Sousa on, right? Is because Kevin Sousa was in the same place. He actually hit me up on Facebook, and he was asking me if he could borrow the money from me. Okay, he told you that story, so I'm not breaking integrity by telling you that story or anything. Okay, he told you that story when he came on. He learned about Project Titan. He said, I want to do it. Can I borrow money? And truthfully, I'm going to tell you what I did. I ignored him, right? Reason I ignored him, right, was really simple. It's not because I don't love Kevin. I love Kevin, right? The reason I ignored him for a day or so, all right, and then I did something else, is because I knew Kevin needs a breakthrough, right? Here's the best part about having no money, is you can only go up from there. Right? My best part of my life was actually my ability that I had. I believe God gave me that ability to break out of being poor. All right. But to do that, I need to get real poor first before I really woke up. Right. So I was homeless. I was living in a green van. And if you think that you have no money, do you live in something that's better than a van? If you do, you probably have more money than I had when I got started in 2009. So when I got started, I had no money. I had no credit. I had homeless guy credit. And I had to find a way to come up with money to start in the opportunities I was starting, right? And you know what I did? I didn't make excuses, and I just found a way, right? I called around, I locked in my spot, right? Well, you know what that did is that gave me the ability to overcome excuses, right? And I'm not saying this to pressure you guys, because the reality is I know everybody here is in different positions in your life. But the reality is that if you have a reason that's a real reason, like I don't have money is a real reason, you're not making that up, right? If you have no money and there's no money on your credit cards or anything like that, you're not making that up. It's like, hey, I'm broke, right? And if you can admit that, then here's what I want you to understand. Imagine if you just decide to get started anyway and find a way in the next 20 minutes, which I believe you could do. $1,000 is not hard to come up with for most people in modern society if they actually try and they actually start thinking not about the fact they don't have money, but if you start thinking about how can I do it, right? Just ask yourself, if you're in that situation, ask yourself in your mind, say, how can I do it? Right? Pull out a pen and a piece of paper and come up with 5 or 10 reasons, right, on ways that you could come up with that money. It is not hard to come up with that. So that's what I did, is I brainstormed a list. I just said, how can I do it? It took me a few hours to come up with money, just calling and asking around and then brainstorming some stuff and selling a couple of things. I came up with $1,000 like this, and that was in 2009. Well, guess what? Now I have this great story, right? If I was not that broke, I wouldn't have that story. So for me, it was like a blessing, right? Because I could say I was broke, homeless, living in a green 1996 Dodge Caravan, which is all true. You can ask my brother Aki, right? You can ask my brother Will. You can ask anybody that knows me. You can ask Chris Rushlow, my buddy, right? I used to go shower at Chris Rushlow's house in Hawaii. I was living in a van, right? I used to park my van outside his house and go into his house and take showers in his house in Hawaii, right? In Kailua. Right, so the thing is, that's on the island of Honolulu. Those of you that are familiar with Hawaii, I used to park at Chris Rushlow's house. He used to shower at beaches and stuff. Right, I was the guy in the van by the river. So the thing I'm gonna tell you, you ain't broker than I was, right? And because of that, I believe you can break out of it, right? So I don't want to rob Kevin. I don't want to give him money and rob him of his opportunity to create a breakthrough story, because now this month he can go out. Let's say he goes and he just really turns it up and he brings in 40 people. All right. Well, now he's got a story and he could say, I was literally broke, completely out of money. I had just had hip replacement surgery. I was $100,000 in debt. And when I saw this, I said, I don't have the money. And you know what I did? Is I just drew a line on the side and I said, I'm going to do it anyway. And I found a way. I came up with the money, and I didn't eat well for a week. And because I did that, now over the last 21 days, I made $20,000. See, I'm disclosure, right? I'm just giving you an example of a breakout story. Now you have a breakout story, and what makes marketing work, right? I was talking to Darren Little about this. He's one of my friends from Powell, right? And, he's talking to me, like, what really makes marketing work? What makes attraction marketing work? People are always looking for the secret, right? Well, there's a line you cross over, and this is actually what makes marketing work. You can ask anybody here on this panel, right? What makes it work, guys, is really simple. Your story. Okay, your breakthrough story. If you go listen to Brendan Burchard and you listen to him, he always tells the same breakout story. If you go listen to Danny Johnson, industry trainer, she always tells the same breakout story, because that's the story is what connects into the human heart, right? I like to use it's like the Moses metaphor, right? You're going out of slavery into the promised land and leading a group of people with you, right? But in order to do that, you've got to break out and part the Red Sea, right? Now, I don't care what your obstacle is, what your excuse is, what your reason is. You turn that excuse into your reason, and you're changing an excuse into a reason that you change into a story. So what I'm going to tell you is just lock in your spot anyway. Let's go to the next question. Yeah, we can bring Tracy out. Somebody said bring Tracy out. If she wants to pop out, that'd be cool. All right, and then Tom. If you buy Monday because you have to move money, will you ever see the 21-day presentation? Yeah, it's a good question. Tom, you'll see the 21-day presentation. That is going to be our fast start system, okay? It's just that you're not going to be in the first group who starts doing it, all right? That 21-day game plan is going to be an NDA-only thing that's going to be a process we're going to give you to get started. But the people who get in first are going to be the people that are going to be able to move out there. They're going to move the initial market message out in the marketplace. So, Tom, if that's what you got to do, it's what you got to do. If you can't do it quicker, you can't do it quicker. You will actually have access to that game plan, all right, because that's going to be our pre-launch 21-day game plan, all right. And I'm just telling you, it's going to get the message out there extremely quickly. Do what you got to do. Get in as quick as you can. And those of you who are on here tonight, lock in your spot tonight, and we'll get on the game plan with you tomorrow night. One more question. And then we've got Tam out here too. Let's see. I'm not able to get into pre-launch. It's my understanding that I would pass up sales. There's the same qualifications as the other products. And after the first sale, I'd be qualified on the second. It will later, right? But right now we're in pre-launch, so this is a spot locking phase, okay? So the way that it's working right now is you've just got to lock in your spot, Laura, okay? And so you can get it in pre-launch, and I don't want you to make a reason why you can't, and I'll talk about that a little bit later, okay? Mike says, can you clarify this? Is it 100% commission the first sale, then sales 2, and on are 80% the 997 products regardless of... Okay, so really quick, let me explain the comp plan again. If you guys could see it, and I think that this didn't actually show my whiteboard, this is how the comp plan works, okay? Let me be real simple for you, okay? If you're a new person, okay, you're going to make your money back sale number 1. Sale 1, you make $997 with no fees taken out, okay? You're going to make a flat $997. All right. Now, there will be the holdback for those of you who are familiar with Empower, where we release 10% of your commission 6 months later. That'll still stay the same, but we can't get rid of that. But we're going to pay you $997 out of $997. Okay. Now, here's the thing. Your second sale on, you're going to get the new person with no rank 50% on $997 and on the recurring payments. Okay. And then the rest of it increases with rank as you move through, and the comp plan is really easy. You get 10 sales total. Okay. 10 active customers, and you're going to be boss. You have one person do that. You're boss maker. That's it. You get 10. You help one person get 10. You're boss maker. You make $2,000 in a month. Which, think about it, guys. 4 sales, and you'll hit bronze this month. That's going to move you up another 5%. And then once you hit $5,000 in a month, which is the goal. How do we get $5,000? Well, we have a 21-day plan to make $5,000. How are you going to do that? You're going to make 10 sales, okay? So in your first 21 days, the goal is to help you make 10 sales, and if you do that, you'll actually skip through all of the ranks, all right? Does that make sense? You'll be able to hit Boss Maker Silver in 21 days, which is actually the goal. If I help you make $5,000 in 21 days or less, right? And I can't promise that, but that's the game plan, okay? And there will be people who are here. I promise you there's going to be people who do it. I believe a couple hundred people could do it over the next 21 days, right? Could I be wrong? Sure. But we'll have a lot of people do it. A lot of people will do it. Now, here's the thing. You could do that if you just really decide to turn it on. I promise Kevin will do it. I promise all the people here will do it, right? The question is are you going to do it, all right? So that's basically it. 21 days to $5,000. What are we going to do? We're going to help you make 10 sales, okay? And I'm going to go out there personally and recruit a bunch of people and show you guys how simple this is and show you how it actually works. Does that help everybody on here? If that makes sense to everybody? That is the last question that I am going to answer. And with that being said, what I want to do, we've got how much time left on the page here? We've got like 51 minutes left to lock in your spot, guys. I want you guys to be able to be in the first group of pre-launch where we're taking this general message out in their marketplace. So lock in your spot, click the button. You want to be in that game plan group where we release this, guys, the general marketplace. You want to lock in your spot right now and do that. But we're actually going to walk you through what you need to do to make a splash in the marketplace. We've got a couple more people on here right now. So right now I've got Lawrence Tam, who just popped on. Lawrence, if you could just give us your thoughts, man. I know you were out with the family and you just got on and you were doing these crazy hangouts with like hundreds of people. But if you could just share your thoughts to people maybe who are on the fence or maybe are making a decision right now and tell them what you've got as thoughts, I'll turn it over to you.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. Sorry for being delayed, man. I mean, anytime an Asian man can coach basketball, I'm down. But see, I know that's not my career. I do that for my kids. And anytime an Asian man can get a 5'9" short Asian man can get a Super Bowl ring with like, I don't know how many diamonds are in this mug. That's the craziness of what we got here. I don't know what planet, what dimension, where you're from, the average person can succeed because of the vision of David Wood of being able to pay you more. You go anywhere else, like you sell a house, sell a car, sell whatever you want to sell. They're not going to pay the field 70, 80%, 80%, 100% on the first sale. Like, can you imagine selling a house for $100,000 and making $100,000? It ain't happening. Sorry. But you know what? I'm going to show you something. I got this award. It says $2 million earner inside of Empower Network. And the only reason really that happened is because of a launch. And I'm going to tell you just plainly as day, the majority of my money came from a consistent group of people that I brought in from launch day, right? And these are the people I call my family. These are people I hit up on Facebook. These are the same people I send jokes to, send out Giphy. If you haven't been doing this Giphy stuff on Facebook chat, dude, it's hilarious. You can have a whole conversation just using Giphies. And why is that? Because I don't have a job, right? I mean, I'm unemployable. How many people on this webcast want to be in a position where you're unemployable? Like you can't get paid enough to be told to drive through traffic. You can't be paid enough to be told you need to send your kids to daycare because I own you. You can't pay me enough. You know what I mean? And the beauty of what Empower is Dave Wood's idea. Screw all that. Let's give the power back to the people. Let me build this facility. Let me build this workhorse, this machine to give you guys. And that comp plan of giving you 100%, the leadership group has been, like Alex, of course, is like masterminding. How do we bring back 100% commissions? How do we know what we basically pioneered that, and everyone who came after is like, that's got to happen. But you know what? We're reinventing ourselves. We're making sure that we're future-proof. We know what it takes to build a thriving affiliate base. And the cool thing with this product, you can sell it to people who might not ever want to sell this product, but they're going to use it as a customer to build their own products, right? We have personal coaches right now who are making money, but they want to make more. Now, wouldn't that be cool that they can learn the skill sets to being a better coach? Some of you are just going to be here interested for the customer aspect, but others of you, right, who are like, I could give a flip about coaching. I just know there's a ton of people who would buy this product. And if you're here to make some money, if you're here to really just dive in with leadership, dive in with Dave Wood, dive in with corporate, we are working around the clock for you guys because we honestly believe this launch is going to change some lives. Just like the first launch of Empower Network changed my life, and it wouldn't have changed my life if I had taken it partially serious. If I was like, honey, I'm going to run with David Wood at 10% because he deserves 10%. No. All I said, wife, look, I love you. Just because I'm not watching TV with you doesn't mean I don't love you. But the next couple weeks, I believe in David Wood, and I really want to see how far and how fast we can take this thing. Because if he's willing to pay that much money out, and I know he knows how to sell, I don't, let me just get as many people as I can to see Dave Wood in his presentation. Long story short, made over $2 million, and we have multiple people making six figures, and we have a ton of people just going all in and getting Titan. Congratulations for everybody who is investing in your education. This is going to make you a better marketer, business owner, better coach. And if anything, some of you guys might even have your first $10,000 day. You have that one story that you're like, hot diggity dog, I just made $10,000 in a day. Some of you will do it. Some of you will take it seriously. So I don't want to take any more time from you guys. I know there's some other $1 million earners on this hangout. I just say, man, I can't believe that a company would give this dude a Super Bowl style looking ring. Kind of ridiculous, but you know what? This comp plan is ridiculous that you'd pay that much money out. It's because you love the field. Because you are a field rep, Dave, and I appreciate you, man. So I'm going to sit back, listen, and I appreciate you. Uh-oh, Dave, I think you're still muted.
I've got like a million conversations going on. Like my team's hitting me up on Facebook. People are locking in their spots. Here's the thing, guys. Right now, we've got 479 people that have locked in their spot in Project Titan from the time we've pre-released it. Guys, we haven't even told the public about it. It's like close to $600,000 in sales. I actually am just wondering who the 500th person is going to be. And I believe we're going to get to 500 tonight. And so if you guys are on the fence, here's just what I want to encourage you to do. If you're on the fence right now, I want you to get Project Titan. Go ahead and look at that green button over the right-hand side of the screen. It says Get Project Titan now. It's $1,094. Click here to lock your spot in Project Titan. Okay, we've got right now 54 minutes left, and then we're going to actually process the genealogies and lock everybody into spot. So if you miss out, we miss out. You know, we had somebody, we've had people then hitting us up, and they'll be like, what happens if I don't lock in my spot and I've got somebody who buys? Well, you're going to lose commissions, right? And so I don't want you guys to lose commissions. Those are for you who have teams. It's one of the reasons why the Leadership Council, and by the way, guys, if you're thankful for this, the Leadership Council, we were originally only going to give people till Wednesday night, right? And then we got together in a private mastermind in the Leadership Council, and, they were brainstorming together, all right, and the Leadership Council was like, we want to give people until the last day of the month to make sure that we can get this word out. And so all of us have been collectively working together to make sure that we are going to bring this to everybody in our whole internal marketplace and Empower to try to let everybody know who could possibly hear about it. And so we've had people locking in their spots all through the week. But the reason I'm excited is actually not because we've had 500 sales, because that's actually not what I'm looking for. Look, if you want to just get this and you think it's going to be an instant solution and you're just going to make money without any work and you're not going to have to do anything, you're just going to get rich and you're not going to have to do any work, right? And you're just going to have commissions flowing into your bank account, screaming your name as they come in, and you don't take any action. Get real, okay? That's not what pre-launch is really all about. What pre-launch is really all about is losing sleep. Okay, what pre-launch is really all about is pre-launch is really about reaching out to people and getting a foothold in the marketplace and gathering a group of people to actually do our launch with. What pre-launch is really all about is giving you an opportunity to be unique and first in the marketplace. What pre-launch is about, it's about you having an opportunity to take something unique into the marketplace and get it out there before anybody even knows what the brand name is yet. You got to be first, okay? You got to be first. I remember hearing the first time I saw somebody really pre-launch a business well was back in 2006. That was market space, and I was selling vitamins back in 2006 as an affiliate. He was just a rep, and I saw what he did because he knew it was pre-launch. And I actually heard about it in the first few days of him launching that company, right? And here's how. My brother called me up, right? So my brother he prospects me. I'm living in Hawaii, and I get a phone call, and he says, Dave, we're going to be rich. You got to take a look at what we're going to do together. And I was like, what do you mean what we're going to do together? And he says, I can't tell you what it is, right? It's a secret, private information link that I've got, and you've got to just promise me that you're going to go to it and check it out. I said, well, what is it? I said, tell me what it is, right? And he said, I'm sorry, I can't tell you what it is, right? And I go, dude, you're my brother. Tell me what the stupid thing is, right? And he was like, nope, I refuse, right? And I was like, give me the link, right? So he texts me this phone number that I was going to dial into, and I pop on this call, and I hear Eric Worre's voice on the other end of the call. And then my brain just stopped, and I said, oh, shoot, Eric Worre's involved in this, right? And then I called him back. I said, Eric's in? I said, who else is in? And then he told me these names, right? I was like, oh, snap, right? And then I started to get excited, and I just pulled out my credit card, and I decided to buy because I knew I had the opportunity to be first with people that really knew how to build a big organization, right? And that's the point that a lot of you are on right now in this hangout is that you're sitting here, the time is ticking, right? And you don't just get to be first. You get to be on a tomorrow night with the first group of 500 people, okay, are getting started in Project Titan. 500 can grow so fast, it's going to be unbelievable. And let me describe to you what happened next, right? So here's what Eric did when he first launched that company. And the reason why I'm explaining to you what he did is because what he did is what's called a good meta strategy, all right? And a meta strategy is like a big level strategy that you don't have to replicate his exact process, but if you replicate the thinking behind the process, okay? This is actually part of coaching, is teaching people how to do things like this, right? If you can replicate the thinking and the attitudes behind the process, right, you can create a similar kind of result, all right? So here's actually what he did when he got involved in that company, right? Let me tell you how I heard about it so fast, right? What he did was he said, okay, I know I've got to make a move. Now, a lot of people didn't know this at the time, but he was broke when he got involved in ad, like Kevin Sousa, right? Made a lot of money. He'd lost it, right? He'd actually made like $15 million in commissions or something like that as a rep, and he literally lost his money in a bad stock deal, right? And he was down to his last like 20 or 30 grand in his bank account. Now, that might sound like a lot of money to have in your bank account if you're poor. But if you've had like millions of dollars in your bank account and you're down to the last 20 grand you've got, it's like you can't eat. You know, you're panicking. You know what I mean? And so he's down to his last 20 or 30 grand. And a lot of people at this point, they just stop taking action, get scared, and try to save and scrimp. Well, you know what he did? He got involved in this company. He spent the last money he had in his bank account flying all over the United States, meeting together with players that he knew, sitting down with them and getting them on board. And he told them, right, if you're going to get on board during pre-launch in this team, number one, you got to commit to me that you're going to bring in 20 people because we're going to make a splash when we come out of the marketplace. You can't get in the team if you don't make an agreement with me that you're going to bring in at least 20 people in your first 30 days, this first month we get in this company. And by the way, you have to get in. All right. So he like told them they had to get in. So he went out, he recruited like 20 out of 20, right? Now, anybody with the right attitude can do that, right? Anybody with the right attitude can do that. Maybe not at the level that Eric Worre did it yet, because maybe you don't have that sphere of influence, right? He had a good, big, gigantic network marketing sphere of influence when he did that. But anybody can go out there, they can put their game on in the marketplace, and they can go out there and they could gather an inner circle. And tell me what's more attractive. If you say, go buy this product because it's a hot opportunity, right, that's one thing. But if you go out there in the marketplace and you say, hey, look, here's the thing. You take Paul Hutchings or Mike Hobbs' vision, right, and you say, hey, look, here's the thing. We're going to go out there in the marketplace. We're going to help 100 families a year get free. And I'm looking for 20 people who are going to run with me. Now, if you're going to be one of the 20, you can't just get in. I'm not actually going to give you permission to join and not do anything. You're not allowed to join like that. If you're going to get in, you're going to make a commitment to me that you're going to bring in at least 10 people in the next 21 days. That's actually what you're going to do. And I'm looking for 20 people that are going to run with me, and we're going to go out there and we're going to create a dynasty together because we're in pre-launch. And this is your opportunity to get in at the top, to get in first. Well, nobody in the marketplace has heard about it, and we're going to go out there and we're going to add hundreds of thousands of people to this organization. Are you in, or I'm going to bring somebody else in that sphere of the 20? Right? That's the attitude that you need to go out with in pre-launch, right? And if you do that, you won't just get people in, you'll get people in who bring in 10, right? And we have a game plan to be able to do that. So if you go out there and say, I'm gathering my inner circle, that's how you get your money back like this. And then you could say, I made my money back in 24 hours, and you can use that to bring in people and make $5 grand your first 21 days. See our income disclosure. I'm not promising you'll do that. EmpowerNetwork.com/income. That's the attitude that you need to get in pre-launch. So I've been going out with that attitude in the marketplace, and because of that, I've got big buy-in, right? And I want to help 100 people at least. I want to help 100 people actually make 10 grand, but I want to help 200 make $5 grand or more in the next 21 days. So I want to know in the comments, right? Because I don't want everybody, right? If you guys don't want to do this, you don't have to do it, right? You don't have to do it. You don't have to get in and to really turn it on in pre-launch. But I'm looking for people, guys. I'm looking for 500 people, right, on this hangout right now who are willing to commit and say, yes, I am willing to follow the point. No matter how hard work it is, no matter what I got to do, and no matter what, I'm going to commit to you right now that in pre-launch, before anybody in the marketplace knows about it, I'm going to bring in 10 people. I'm going to bring in 10 people at the full $1,000.94 price in the next 21 days. If you guys are going to do it, if you're going to be one of the 500, say I'm in. I want you to tell me, say, I'm in, and I'm going to get in right now, and I'm going to bring in 10 people the next 21 days. Look, there's no excuses for this. There's no permission, all right, to not do it. What I'm saying is that if you want to get in this group and be there tomorrow night, I want your commitment that says, I'm going to bring in in the next 21 days, I'm going to do whatever it takes to bring in 10 people, right, in pre-launch. I'm going to gather my personal mastermind. I actually encourage you to do 20, but I'm going to do whatever it takes in the next 21 days to bring in 10 people, and I'm going to make $5 grand and hit Boss Maker Silver my first 21 days in the business. Who's locked in and who's going to be one of the 500 guys, because we've only got a few spots left. A few minutes ago, we only had 21 spots left to be one of the 500 guys, and if you wait, you're not going to be involved in the first 500, the mastermind group of people that are going to take this to the marketplace. I want you guys to think about what's going to happen, okay, if you're one of those 500 and if you're in that private pre-launch group of people. And I want you to think about how fast, and I'm going to describe what happened with Eric, right? It's a good model. What he did is a good model, right? Now, here's the thing that happened. He went and he got 20 out of 20. It's 100%, right? 100% of people said, yep, I'm locked and loaded, I'm getting in. Well, this group of people here in their first month, right, he said, you got to commit to me that you're going to bring in at least 20. So you'd say, well, that'd be 400 people. What actually happened is this grew like about 600 people. I was there. I was among that group of 600 people, right? So who in here, if you guys are ready to get started, if you're getting started right now and you're locking your spot in, and I don't know how many spots are left in that original 500 group of people that really are going to take this to the marketplace, but if you guys are going to be in there, just say I'm in, or just lock in your spot and say, I've locked in my spot, click the button, say I'm clicking the button right now, and I'm just making a decision to do it no matter what. If you guys have ever wanted to be in early, if you've ever wanted to be in at the top before anyone else knows about it, this is literally your opportunity to be in first and to take a message out of the marketplace that's going to make a real difference and transform people's lives. It's not just some randomly thrown together thing. That's actually something that's going to bring more value to the marketplace than the money that we're charging people to get in, okay? And literally, this is your chance to change everything, right? But you can't just get in. I'm not giving you permission to just get in and not do anything. I'm not giving you permission to do that. If you're going to be in that group of people, I want you to commit in the chat and say, I'm locking in my spot and I'm going. I want you to tell me, so everybody can see. So we want to put you on the line. I want you to say in the chat, I want you to say, I'm going to bring in 10 people and launch in 21 days, and I am going to make 5,000. I'm going to be one of the, David, I'm going to be one of the 500 people that follow the game plan. Because here's what's going to happen, right? So this 600 people, right? He went and brought this group of people in. Then they built some affiliate systems. Then they actually started selling the product in the marketplace. I saw him go from 600 people to 60,000 people in that organization in like 120 days. That's how fast it grew. Now, all those people were getting in at $1,000 buy-in in that organization. It was like in half of a year. It was like $50 million in sales or something like that. Right. So I want you to think about this, guys. We got a group of 500 people to start in a week, right? And we have a game plan to help you bring in 10 people in the next 21 days, right? If we just do that in the next 21 days, if you guys decide and commit, say, hey, look, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of hearing Lawrence Tam's story and Justin Brengia's story. Yeah, I like these guys. I think their story's amazing and all that. I think that they're cool. Yeah, back in 1922, they got rich in Empower Network. But it's time for my story, right? I'm sick of hearing Dave Wood's van story. It's time for my story. I'm sick and tired of being in, after everybody hears about it. It's time for my story. I want to be part of the 500, right? And here's the thing. What I want you guys to do is commit that not only are you going to be a part of that, I want you to commit, by the way, there's only 12 spots left in that original group of 500 guys, and we're running out of time. We've only got 32 minutes left in this hangout, guys. Lock in your spot, and I want you guys to commit that not only are you getting in, I want you to make that commitment. I want you to say, I'm going to bring in 10 people the next 21 days. I'm going to hit Boss Maker Silver. I'm going to run new people through that 21-day game plan and get people started right. And here's what can happen, right? I want you to think about this group of 500. Let's say we all follow that game plan and we all just do whatever it takes to figure it out. What would happen to us? What would happen to us? We would go out there and we would bring in 5,000 people in less than a month into the company. But it's not just 5,000 people. We're not talking about trial sales here. We're talking about 5,000 people, right? I want you to think about this here. And let's say it doesn't grow this fast. Fine. Let's say we only bring in 2,000, right? But it can even grow faster than this. But if we do that, what's that, right? We're getting started in the marketplace with a new brand. You don't even know what the brand is yet, and we're talking about the ability. We could go out and do $5 million in sales in a month, right? It's possible to do. I've seen people do things like this that have less big opportunity than what we have right now, guys. This can make a massive splash if you just decided to get started quickly. And that's if none of those people were bringing anybody in. Right? Now, it's not going to grow perfect mathematical like this, but what if we did this, and then we go into this broadcast, right, June 16th, 17th, and 18th, right, and all we do, we bring 5,000 to 10,000 people who are already in, promoting into the actual development. What's all we got to do? All we got to do, guys, all we got to do is develop a great product, and it's over. It's over, right? Because this is going to create so many new stories, guys. It'll be like Lawrence Tam was like a guy who brought in people, who brought in people, who brought in people. And this is Joe. He's 20 levels down and he's making 10 grand a month, right? We have the ability to go out there and to make a splash quickly in the marketplace. This is actually what Empower Network did. Well, let me actually show you and talk to you guys about the launch of Empower Network, right? And let me talk to you about what's next and also this next event and why, guys, this is urgent and this is important for you guys to to take action quickly. What was actually the magic behind Empower Network? I'm going to tell you what the magic was, right? And if you guys really wrap your brain around this and you really get it, guys, I'm telling you something, guys, it's going to be a big deal. And by the way, I think there's only like 7 spots out of the 500, the group of original 500 left. Can be, you want to tell people I was part of the pre-launch group of 500 people that got started Saturday night, the last day in April in 2016. That group of people that made history. I was part of the original pre-launch group of people that took this message out there, where we went out into the marketplace and we created 200 Boss Maker Silvers in a month, right? You want to say I was a part of the original inner circle of people that got started, that got on late on a Sunday and started getting this market out there, and it spread around like crazy, right? That's what you guys want to do. That's what you guys want to do, right? So here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing that I want you guys to understand what we have the ability to do. What made Empower Network great in the first place, right? What made Empower Network great in the first place was this. Number one thing that made it great. It was for the people, right? It still is for the people, right? But it was a vision that was for the people, right? We got started and we just said, hey, I'm going to make money like you do. Now, the truth is I didn't, because I went out there and I built a bigger organization than everybody and never was able to earn my affiliate pay because I was always putting it back into the company because I had no margins, right? So it was like way for the people. We actually ended up paying out like more than 100% commissions originally because we didn't know how to build a stable financial model. Now we do, right? There's a thing. Now with the knowledge that we've got, somebody asked, how long is this 100% commission first sale thing going to go? We built it into a stable financial model, okay? Because we do have a margin after the first sale. And this is important for you because you want to build a business that's going to be able to last, and also you want to build a business that can expand in the marketplace. So it's not just this isn't all of the vision behind Project Titan, guys. This is a part of the vision. You guys got to understand, you're in pre-launch before even people know about the big vision. Guys, there's going to be people that are making so much money with this, and see our income disclosure. I can't even tell you how cool it's going to be when it hits the marketplace, but it's real transformational education. Like, you are going to be able to feel good about what it is that we're selling. It's not just the tools. You guys saw the tools and you freaked out. The quality of the education is going to trip you out, okay? And it's not just this. We got a big vision here, guys. This is a big model. And this makes Empower Network easy to explain too, because what we really do is we teach people how to build a business in the affiliate marketing network marketing space, right? So our product's easy to explain there too, because we can sell those products and train people, right? Empower Network isn't going anywhere. All right. So this is the thing. We want to give you multiple income streams. People are always saying, I want multiple income streams. Well, you know what? We want to give you multiple streams of income. We want to give you streams of income outside the opportunity, teach you how to build real sustainable businesses in the marketplace. This vision for the people, right? For the people. Number 2 thing that made Empower Network work the way that it did, right? One sale, you made your money back. Right? You got to zero. You got to zero. That was the one sale. You got an Empower, you made one sale, you made your money back, right? It's easy to explain, because the biggest question you have on here, if you're watching this, you're like, how do I make my money back? Well, you make one sale, you're going to make $997 and you essentially make your money back. This is sale number 1. You make your second sale, even if you're brand new, it's a little bit less because it's half of $997, so it's actually like slightly less than $500, $498 or $499 or whatever, right? But say $500, right, to be just even and easy to explain. So your second sale, you're into profit, and you've made more than you've spent on the business without investing in paid traffic, without any complex technical strategies, without having to learn how to be an information marketing guru. You're in the black, right? Second sale, you're in profit. First sale, you make your money back. Now, in Empower Network originally, like Mike Hobbs, I'm underselling this, right? I'm not selling this enough, right? Mike Hobbs comes on here and he's like, original Empower, you weren't in profit your second sale, you passed it up. So you didn't make any money on that sale. So in this business, right, you not only make your money back with one sale, you're in profit by your second sale. So you actually are in profit. You're in the black your second sale, even at no rank, right? You have a residual income that's breaking you even, right, with no rank on your second sale, all right? But you're in the black, you're in profit in sale number 2. Who in here thinks they can make 2 sales? Say, you know what, who in here thinks, I can make more than that many sales? I can just do it, right? Now, here's the thing, guys. We've only got a few spots left because people are locking in their spot like crazy and time's running out. We've only got like 25 minutes left, right? Now, you can't do this anywhere, right? Somebody said only in cash gifting, right? But even in cash gifting, not only is there not a product, right? But they're passing up sales and stuff. They can't even do that in cash gifting, right? But this is a real product bringing real value to the marketplace, right? So here's the thing. One sale, you're at zero. So somebody says, hey, look, I understand. I want to get started. I want to come in at the top package. How do I make my money back? You just look them right in the eye. You say, one sale, I made my money back. Now, here's what you need to do. You need to also go out there. We have a 21-day game plan. So all 500 of you that are in this private 500 people group, right? You want to say, I'm a part of the original 500, and here's the thing. I went out there. They have a 21-day action plan. I had the same question as you. I was like, I don't know if I could make my money back. And I went out there. I followed the plan. In my first 24 hours, I made my money back, and I got into profit my second day, my first 48 hours. How many of you guys think that if you had that message in the marketplace, you have a story where it's easy to bring people in? Because all of a sudden, the biggest excuse people have, which is I don't have the money, it's like zero, right? Because you say not only can you make your money back with one sale, but we have a plan, and I had that same question, and I just followed the plan, and bam, I was in profit like that, because in this team, we work together, and we want to help you succeed. So you're ready to get started and get into profit. And all of a sudden, they'll just get in, right? So that was the thing in Original Empower Network. 3, the thing that we had was we had a system, right? A system. Because one of the biggest questions people have is like, hey, only charismatic people can do this. Only charismatic people can make this happen, right? That's the only people who can do it. Okay, what about Lawrence Tam? Right now, he's actually developed some charisma over the years. He's more charismatic. But if you actually talk to Lawrence Tam, he's like a people's guy. He's like an engineer, right? Yeah, I'm charismatic and weird, right? What about Michael Martin? You know what I'm saying? What about Michael Martin? Like, he looks like a farmer, right? And he's not a farmer, but I made that joke about him a little bit ago. And so it's like, what about Michael Martin? You know what I'm saying? By the way, there's only like 20-something minutes left. So, like, what about him, right? What about all the people that aren't charismatic, right? Here's the thing. If you have a system that works, right, you don't need to be charismatic. And we have a 21-day system along with a pre-launch invitation sequence that I've been making videos for constantly, right, that's coming out, and we're going to be the first to introduce. And you actually get to get that in the marketplace before anyone else. So a lot of you, your biggest question is, how do I make your money back? Well, here's the thing. You want to get started and get the message out in the marketplace immediately. Because what I want to do, what my vision is, guys, I want to get 10,000 people in and bring 10,000 people to the actual live stream of the actual development of the real product. We do that, it's over. Because once you see the quality of the information combined with the quality of the tools, guys, it's over. It's over. Game over. You know what I'm saying? That's all we got to do. And we're going to go to the next event, right? And there's just some, guys, it's getting bigger. We're taking it up a few levels, right? So that was something. We had a system that worked, right? We had a system that helped you sell. What's the next thing that we had that made Empower Network work, right? We had culture, right? Why do we have culture? Well, people don't really understand culture, but we always had culture. Events, live hangouts, support systems, right? Upline leadership, right? People that work together, personal development, right? What I really like about what we're doing right now, guys, is we're taking this message out there in the marketplace in a way that just resonates, right? Because a lot of people, this is actually one of the things that happened, okay? I was in the process of trying to figure out what's the crowning piece to put on Project Titan. I had the tools down. I had the big marketplace down. I haven't even told you guys about that yet. What we didn't have down was the first core product and what's going to be a part of the core of Empower. I had to come up with coaching the best thing, but I'd always want to work with my brother because he's the best personal coach and NLP trainer that I know personally. He actually works with more people one-on-one. He's created transformation in our community, and our community loves it. And actually, I started this, we have this Christian prayer group we started at Empower, right? And one of the people that, Michael Martin's assistant, Tanya, hit me up, and she actually asked me a question a few weeks back, and she said, one of the things that's always been a struggle for me is like for people like me who are like a speaker, they've got their own products, their own brand, and they want to build their own brand, but then they kind of want to build Empower too, but it's not actually their core brand. We really struggle because this is so focused on the opportunity, right? And I read this true story, and I was like, I got it, right? I got it, right? Because there's so many people in Empower that's how they are. Right? They're a speaker, they're a trainer, they're out there building their own business, they're out there in the personal development niche, right? They're attracted to people like Bob Proctor and Tony Robbins and T. Harv Eker and people like that, big brands in the marketplace, and they want to grow and they love this business, they love our culture, but they really want to build it in a way they feel good about the message, and it's not just focused on opportunity, it's focused on value, and they struggle with how do I bring this in the marketplace in a way that really makes sense to my market, in a way that really makes sense for the little guy. Right? I was like, bam, I got it, right? So now we have a business, right? A business where it's like, this is more magic than Empower, and here's why. Because Empower was essentially, we had an opportunity pitch and that was it, right? But the products itself, they've always been hard for the average person to explain. I can explain them and they're valuable to the niche, but you go outside the niche and it's like, you explain it, it doesn't make sense to them, right? People in the niche, you explain, they're like, oh, okay, I got it. You got to learn to produce, you got to learn to build teams, you got to learn to have influence. Okay, I got it. But if they're outside the niche, they're like, so what is it, right? They're like, what is it? Like, you guys ever got that and you don't know how to answer that question, right? But now I want you to think about it like this, okay? How can you answer that question right now, right? You answer it with a universal thing everybody loves. It's the easiest thing in the world, right? We help people do what they love to do and make more money doing it. Easy, right? But here's the thing that we got now, right? Before, this is the part of the sales that we had. This is a part of what we did at Empower. We had a great opportunity pitch because it's like you can make your money back with one sale. We've got this education system. So we had like the opportunity side down because it's like what I'm really good at, right? I'm really good at opportunity. I've taught a lot of people how to be good at it. We got a big group of people that are good at opportunity. We had products, but so focused on the opportunity. But now I want you to think about this because what's the easiest thing in the world to sell? It's opportunity. Like if you guys think about it, like if you look at the people that sell like investment programs, what are they really doing? They're really doing an opportunity pitch. Now this is not an investment program, be clear for disclaimers, but I'm talking about them, okay? What are they really doing? They're saying, look, if you send me this money, I'm gonna show you how to invest money and make more money, so this money is actually gonna be making more. It's an opportunity pitch. That's what an opportunity pitch is, right? So we've always done an opportunity because we're in the home business space, but now what do we have, right? I want you guys to think about this. I want you to think about this. We have the best pitch ever, right? And it's going to take a couple days to sink in, but just get started. I just want you guys to lock in your spot and get started. Just click the button and lock in your spot before the time runs out. We've only got 18 minutes left, and then we're going to lock in the genealogies. You don't want to lose out, okay? I want you to think about this. We have a product opportunity. What do I mean by that? I mean the product is like a business opportunity pitch, even if someone doesn't do the business opportunity. How would you like to make 6 figures a year without recruiting a soul? How would you like it if I could show you a way to make 6 figures sustainably by empowering people in your local community to do what they love to do and to make more money doing it, right? The product itself is showing people how to change their life through opportunity, even if they don't do the business, right? Even if they don't do the business, right? And now what else do we have, right? We have the tools opportunity to where they don't need anything outside of what we sell to do any of it, right? And then for the people that take a look at this and they say, okay, I want to learn how to do that, but I need to get educated, I need to go through certifications, I need to really learn to be a coach. For the people that really want to build a coaching business, but they're like, I want to make money now, right? Now we actually have the best thing ever, which is we can say, well, let me show you how to make 6 figures a year in your local community. I want to help you get the education. I want to help you get educated. I want to give you the tools to be able to do it. But in the process, while you're learning how to get clients, while you're learning how to do that, how about if I showed you how to make an extra residual income? So that when you're going out there and you're getting your clients, you don't need it to eat. How would you like it if you could make 6 figures a year from anywhere in the world while you're building up your coaching practice? So even when you're building it, you could be making money even before you know what you're doing. And by the way, one sale makes your money back. And we have a 21-day game plan. And if you just get started, we have a 21-day game plan, right? How about we just get started and you follow this 21-day game plan? And we actually have a game plan. Now, I'm not promising you're going to do it, see our income disclosure, but if you run with this with me, we have a game plan, right, to help you bring in your first 10 people. And by the way, if you do that, not only are you going to make your money back, but you'll be in the black sale too. I don't want to help you make $5,000 your first 21. How would you like it if in the process of building your coaching business, which is the second fastest growing industry in the world, you make $5,000 in the next 21 days? Are you ready to get started? When are you ready to get started? Like you didn't really quite get it, but now it's like, I got it. and you're like, oh my gosh, right? I'm ready to get started. Who in here is like excited out of your mind and you like understand, right? And you're like, I get it. I see the big picture. I see the big picture. All right, and you're like, you're starting to get how to fit this in, right? You're locking in your spot, and you're doing it, right? Who in here is excited to do it? So, like, here's the thing, guys, and we pulled the leadership council together, and you know what their biggest concern was? I brought this up, the full plan to them, because we talked about parts of it, right? We've been working on the technology, right? And I brought the full plan to them right before the event, right? And talked to them about it for 3 hours. And you know what? I want to erase this because I got to give credit to the leadership here, because the leadership here is the most amazing leadership ever, because they're for the people. You know what they said, right? And I'm just going to share it from the perspective, right, with the leaders and all the stuff here and all the people that are here, right? We brought this up and we're like, okay, all right, right? Here's what the plan is. But I told them, I said, well, we got it ready. We're ready to do it, but we won't do it unless 100% of you are all on board. Right? We won't do it if 100% of you are not on board. I want 100% of you unified, right? So who hears it, right? And at first thing that came up is people who were like, I don't want to do it because this. That's what they said, right? Michael Martin, Don, right? Like, wait, what about this? And then here's what happened. I just let them talk to each other. But you know the biggest concern that came up was? Let me tell you what it was. Let me how it was. They said, how, right, do we, and what do you guys think? How do we make money, right? That's what you think, right? That's what I bet you guys are thinking, oh yeah, how do we make money? How do we make a lot of money, right? Who in here thought that's how the sentence gets finished, right? Who in here thought, yeah, how do I make money, right? Well, let me tell you actually how the sentence finished, right? They said, how do we help the new guy make money? And our teams and our leaders all the way through the ranks. How do we help people get into profit fast? Can this do that faster than what we're doing? And then I just sat there and had them talk about it. And about an hour later, everyone was pumped out of their mind, because you know what they saw? They said, we have a way to help the new guy make money. So we get together on Monday this last week, and we said, we don't want to just bring this to the marketplace. It's a great product. We got great tools. The market's responding. But what we want to do, we want to bring this to the marketplace. We want to help the new guy make money. So we had like 5 hours, right? And we're sitting there we had 5-hour slot in this room to mastermind before dinner, right? We got there, and then we were there at 3 o'clock, and then the ideas started to flow, and we were there till 5 o'clock, and then we were there till 8 o'clock, and then we just started to get nasty with it, right? And that's when it started to really get good, and it was like, we got to keep talking. So we go to dinner, and we had a whiteboard, right? We had it down in the elevator, we brought it downstairs, we like pushed it across that giant Coliseum-looking weird thing in Nashville, that big event space we're in, and we bring it into this like hotel room, and we're sitting here at dinner, we're walking around, and everybody's just talking about how can we help the new guy make money. And then after dinner, we ate for 2 hours, we came back at 10 o'clock, we stayed there till like 2 in the morning. Like the amazing team members, the employees we've got that have been like working over hours, right? They're here on a Saturday night serving you guys because they want to help you guys. Michelle and Tara and Justin, right? And all the people we have doing the videos and all the staff we have at Empower and Mars, right? Think about how hard these guys are working. Why? Because they're asking, how do we help the team? How do we help the new guy make money? So it crossed off. It wasn't 5 hours. It wasn't 8 hours. We were there, guys. We were there from noon till 2 for 14 hours, almost 3 times the time. And by the end of that, we know what we had come up with. We had come up with something everybody was unified on, which is how to help you make $5,000 or more in 21 days or less. Because this is the thing. It's like, what have we never had, right? What have we never had in Empower Network, honestly? We have a great culture system, like the 8 core commitments. It's great culture, reading, personal development. This isn't going anywhere, right? But what have we never had? We've never had a way for the non-technical new person that just got started, that doesn't know what they're doing, to get into profit in their first 24 hours, ever, right? Well, by the time we had come up with this, we came out with a step-by-step game plan on not only how to get you into profit. I mean, most people, they're talking about, hey, we want to help somebody recruit someone before they quit in their first month. But not only that, we wanted to help you get started, to make your money back, to get into profit, right, while actually changing lives. And not only get into profit, but to hit the top rank, right, to hit the top people's rank in 21 days or less. So this is like a real game plan. This is like a real game plan where you can get started with us, and there's only 11 minutes left, right? And so we're going to end this here in the next couple minutes, guys. But this is like a real game plan where we could take it to the marketplace, guys. We've been having people lock in their spot all night. And we'll just pass it around. We got 10 minutes left. We'll have closing thoughts from everybody. And what I want you guys to specifically talk about, and we'll just pass it around, right, is when was the last time you saw people resonate with a message like this, right? That you saw. And Lawrence, I'll pull up the sales numbers right now. I'm actually refreshing the screen. He was asking how many people have actually bought, right? And so, let's pass it over to, we'll start with Michael Martin. Let's just go over, right? So Michael, then Lawrence, then we'll bring on John, then we'll bring on Alex, right? And just when was the last time you guys saw people get this excited? And what are your final thoughts to somebody who's actually on the fence? And then I'm going to mute myself out.
Whoop, you already muted. All right. Well, guys, man, it was just, man, when he was saying that, it kind of got a little bit emotional watching everybody like just get excited about the leadership and what came together, guys, because it's one of those things where I saw somebody put like divine, use the word divine in there. And when you see the unification and things that are happening and everything coming together, we have a team that is like our team personally. We've watched them just electrify, and I've never seen them this electrified. I'm talking about doing Facebook Live, the Facebook Live things. Like people are taking time spots and supporting each other, and you know what? That's what it's all about, guys. That's what it's all. It's all about seeing everybody come together and win. So the biggest thing for you right now is if you're watching this, lock arms with us, follow the plan. Some of you are asking, so what's the plan? I got my thing. Well, Dave already told you what the plan is. The plan is tomorrow night, you're going to get put on the whole idea, the whole 21-day concept. And so what you've got to do now is just follow the lead of the leaders. Okay. Follow the lead from Dave and just know that it's going to all be laid out for you as you go. So that's my big message to you. Take massive action, guys. Don't let this wave pass you by. Don't be the one sitting there going, I wish I would have taken part in that. I've been there before. I've looked past. I probably could be a lot further than I am today had I taken action on something like this. But I haven't seen anything as this big ever. So I'm super stoked. So I'm gonna, I guess, pass it back to Dave, or if John's gonna take over, man. But man, I'm thankful for everybody on here tonight. I'm thankful for all of you that are taking action. And if you haven't yet, it's time.
Hey, real quick, Mike, and then Michael, I'm going to pass it over to John. Guys, we've actually had, and I want to congratulate everybody here for all the success. We've actually had 511 people lock in their spots. So what we're going to do, guys, is I'm going to expand that group somehow. We got to figure out a way to expand it to where we can have a few more people in it. So I want to open it up, guys. There's only 7 minutes left right now. So we're going to expand that group to 520 people. So there's only a few spots left, guys. Lock in your spot. I'm going to go ahead and just, right now, guys, the clock is ticking. You to be a part of the first core group of people who got started with the 21-day game plan. So, guys, there's only a few minutes left. Hit the button now. Lock in your spot. We exceeded our goal. We exceeded it, right? It's just been crazy today with people locking their spot. And so I'm going to mute myself out and pass it back over to I think Lawrence Ham and then John, because Lawrence is over on the left.
Sure, I'm good. I just think this is awesome. I think this gives people a fighting chance. Some people have a mental block with maybe recruiting. Maybe they were scarred with network marketing or direct sales in the past, but they're really good. Maybe they're really good as a marriage counselor. Maybe they're just really good as a person that can help people break through. Maybe they're just really good at whatever they're doing. And I think Titan is being taught by one of the best, trainers on the planet. I've met with Will before, and my wife loves him. I love him. I love his style. I love the way he teaches. I think the Wood family has just got some kind of magic sauce, man. I mean, they're just awesome. And we actually have him, his magic ability to be able to teach some of us this cool thing. And even at my level, right, I want to learn more. I want to be better. And not per se, my focus isn't so much to coaching, but I want to learn that product so I can help navigate and help specific styles of people within my team. Like, there's many different types of people, personalities that are very different than mine, but I still want to serve them in my team, and I want to coach them, even though I'm not actually taking a specific payment or anything like that. But if I'm building an organization, I want to be able to coach my team, and I think that's why this product is awesome. It serves many different, avenues if you want to be a coach, or maybe you just want to sell it because there's so many people who need our product. So I'm going to hand it to John. I appreciate everyone here. Congrats for breaking 500, and hand it to John.
Awesome, 511. Man, what a powerful webcast this is tonight, right? So I just want to echo again what Michael had said. Michael, Alex, and I, we were talking in our private little chat earlier today about just the enormous level of activity that we've seen our team taking today. And, we've never seen that level of activity happen. In the 3.5 years that I've been with Empower, I've just never seen anything like that. There's just a new level of energy, a new level of excitement going on. Everybody is completely aligned with what we've got going on here with Titan. And, I think that what you saw tonight, the opportunity speaks for itself. Just lock arms with us, get plugged into this, and run with us. I can assure you guys one thing. I've been involved in a lot of things over the years, over a decade of internet marketing and network marketing experience. I've been involved in, I think, 6 different network marketing companies in the past. And I have never, ever been involved with a community and a group of people that wants each other to succeed more than what we have here in Empower. And think about it, that the name is Empower Network. That's what we do, is we empower each other to succeed. And that's exactly the environment that we have here. So, think about that. If you're new here, you haven't been exposed to, the people and the culture and the heart that we have behind this, just let that rest with you and think about that this is an environment that is really conducive to your level of success, whatever that might be. So get plugged in and run with us. I'll pass it over to, Alex.
Man, John, you just pretty much summed it up, man. All I know is people that take fast, decisive action when the opportunity is presented to them, such as this one, which is an incredible opportunity, they reap all the rewards. And people that take decisive implementation action on the product that they purchased. So you got like 3 minutes left, literally, to lock in your spot, and it's up to you. You want to play big? You want to really take your business to the next level in 2016? Now's your time. Now's your time to play big and take action, because the stuff you're going to learn in this product, I'm looking forward to this to learn from this product as well, just like Lawrence. William would unlock my potential a couple of years ago, and he will unlock your potential as well if you take that action. So take the action right now. You got 2.5 minutes left. So I'm going to wrap with that.
Well, guys, we expanded that group to 520, and there's, I think, 2 minutes left. And so there's 7 spots left, I think. But I'm refreshing the actual page here. And it's taken a while to refresh because a bunch of people have clicked on the order form and I think are ordering right now. So if you're on the page right now, what you need to do, guys, click the button that says Get Project Titan Now, the green button. Pull out your credit card, Visa, MasterCard, or Discover is fine. And just fill that out, and you're going to be in the initial group of people where we're going to take this message out in the marketplace. I actually believe that by the end of next week, guys, I think that this group of people, I think that we could bring in at least another 1,000 people in Project Titan, because I want to help. My goal is to help all of you get into profit, okay, and all of you get started right 100%. Now that's are you willing to put in 100%? Does that make sense? And so, guys, there's I think 6 spots or 5 spots left because we just had some more people order. So I think we're at like 550 now. We did 120 group, and we've got a minute and 10 seconds left, and then we've got to shut this off because we've got to lock in the genealogies. I don't want you guys to miss out. So you guys are going to send out the commission emails, notifications tomorrow. So those of you who've made sales, look out for those. We'll have the reports, right? This will appear on the commission emails. I believe it's Project Titan NDA commissions. Okay, thank me for that one, and thank the tech people, and thank the internal team members for that. All the amazing staff. The amazing team members we've got, all the way from compliance to the video production. Justin, thank Justin. Justin's on here. He's running the video, and his wife's going to be induced tomorrow. They got a baby, and so they're having a baby. So say congratulations in the comments. We love you, Justin, and thank you for being on here late on Saturday night. I just want to tell you I appreciate you. Thank Tara and Michelle for the countless hours they've been on, up late at night. serving the staff, serving the employees, serving the team members, serving the field. And guys, remember, there's only a few seconds left. And so that being said, guys, 10 seconds left. Click the button right now, lock in your spot. We're about to lock in the genealogies, and this is your chance. Let's end the broadcast, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern time, and we're going to get into action and help you guys make money. Good night. Time is now out.
Yeah.